Let's drink some beer. This is the Business Over Beer podcast. This is the beer portion of the program. We ask all of our guests to bring a beer to share. We're in a brewery. I don't even have to ask, but I'm going to anyway. Have you guys brought us a beer to share? What did you bring us?
What did we bring?
Yes, we have.
That's Landon.
Right
here.
Yeah. So today we have our Gamma Ray IPA, which is going to be one of our new flagship IPAs. With a different name in the future. We are still working on a name for it for when it is in package. But you'll be able to find it on the shelves here in the next 6 months.
Awesome. And a little about it?
So
let's talk about it.
Well, right. I get it. All right, so it is. Shadow is your old school IPA. This is more
Shadow Shinobi.
Shadow Shinobi is your old school IPA. This is more your new style of IPA. It's very aromatic. You have a lot of flavor profile to it. It's tangerine, mandarin orange. You have that dankness on the aroma and a little bit on the palate. It's not overly bitter. Very smooth drinking, well balanced.
What's the hops in it?
The hops in it are Strata, Cascade, and Idaho 7.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's get after it.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes.
Hey.
I hope you guys enjoy it.
One of our new faves.
It's delicious. So the way we are doing this currently is we were asked by, I know you're probably going to talk about the beer, but we were asked by one of our distributors, like, hey, let's get ahead of the curve a little bit here and get some new flagships on the line. So for our West Coast IPA, Shadow Shinobi, that's our leading flagship beer. That's what's made us the brewery we are. In fact, some people still call us the Ninja Brewery. It's old name. So for a new West Coast style, is this beer is that, and we try to go through different iterations and test out things. So this particular one, once we're happy with how it is right off draft, we'll save some of it. We'll probably can some off and then throw it one in a hot spot, one in the walk-in, and then go back and sample them, see what has happened to the hops, see what has happened to the profile of the beer, because we've learned from a lot of other brewers and over time, that's really important. Like, what's a beer off fresh, which is all we taste.
Yeah.
3 months later is a completely different animal.
Yep.
So,
Do you find other breweries are going through that same process, or do you think, or is it typically, look, it tastes great now, I'm going to send it out to market, and then I'm going to yell at people on Facebook when they drink it when it's 3 months old and snob out on them?
I feel like, to answer that, I feel like if the brewery really cares and they feel like that beer may be around for a minute, especially when it goes into cans, they do that. They want to know, how long is that going to be good, right? So I feel like there is a lot of that goes. A lot of other breweries do pay that much attention to what they have out there in the market. Now you can find one-off things that they kind of don't forget about because it's just a small batch and it just rips and it's gone. And they think it's gone, but then you might find 6 months later a case sitting out there in some random spot, right? And you try it, and you're like, so. Yeah, I'm out in the market, and I find these places where I have had Shadow for a long time, but maybe in the mix of their backstock or whatever, a case of Shadow sits for a couple months. I'll buy that 6-pack, try it. Oh, wow. This is way off of where we want to be and what we want to be presenting. And so we rectify that situation right then and there. It was like, call my distributor, I want this picked up, I want this out of here. Bring them a new, fresh. Like, that's what we got to do. Yeah. So I feel like the breweries that do care, yes, they're paying attention to that. Long story short. And the ones that are just pumping beer out to get beer out maybe don't care as much or not at all. I don't know. We do. We take very high pride in having a library of everything we've ever brewed to go back and sample so that we know where it's sitting over time. And we do that. And we take high priority in that.
I mean, we've talked to a bunch of breweries. I've never heard that, and I'm not saying that other breweries aren't doing it.
No,
That's
yeah.
the first time we've ever actually heard that. That's really cool.
Talked about that, yeah.
Is this an area where you think like your science and fermentation studies have really come in handy for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say so.
That's all that. He talks about it, and I go, bring that down to layman's terms. 'Cause you're talking like over here. Like, I don't know what we're talking about.
So I went to Oregon State for food science and fermentation, and that degree has helped me immensely in everything to do with beer, like from yeast to hops to malt. Like there's so much understanding there that you just kind of like you're going through the program and you're like, all right, yeah, no, I get this, and then you're out in industry and it's, oh shit, oh wow, I understand this and I know what is going on with what's happening, and it's kind of one of those epiphany moments that you have.
I would say to bring this back around to business is when we first started, it was just me and Devin doing things, and we're not that great at brewers. I mean, we're okay. You know, I can make a batch as long as I got somebody to, like go ahead. What do I do now? You know, like, but we hired people that are better to make the company better, and for sure Landon has done that.
And Oprah, I want to know what you think.
What do you think of the beer, bud?
I think this beer is
the
fantastic.
You're a Pilsner guy.
I'm a Pilsner guy. I do appreciate good IPAs, though.
You do.
I am kind of the normal everyday beer drinker. I don't have the ideas of, hey, I can pick out the different types of hops and stuff that are being used.
Sure.
But I can appreciate a good beer. And this is fantastic. It tastes delicious. It's crisp.
Dude, look at that.
It smells great.
Killing it.
Yeah.
It's good beer.
You got topped off.
I didn't get topped off.
It's fantastic.
It is
What I like about this beer is I love the tangerine and the mandarin orange that really comes through, and it's not that like over hop bitterness that so many people like the real West Coast IPA that's just like blow up your mouth hops.
Yeah.
It's that citrus fruit bitterness combined with the hop that makes it just absolutely delicious. So I really like this beer, 100%.
When you mention all the things, I pick it out. I don't myself pick them out, but when someone says something, it's like,
Oh, I see that.
I totally,
For sure.
I love how the nose up front
Yeah.
freaks out your palate when you taste it because the bitter.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm
does.
saying?
Yeah.
So you're
It
smelling,
does.
you're like, this is going to be fruity, but then all of a sudden you taste it, it's like that bitter back, boom, hits you,
Yep.
and it's like, whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the IBU on that?
The IBU on it is about 62
All right,
to
so
64.
So it's pretty bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the smell, like the nose.
Dig that.
Yeah.
Smells awesome.
If you guys, since this is what we do here, like if you guys had any critiques,
Yeah.
I'd love to hear them.
Always open for
Like,
critiques. And don't give me
because-
like, oh, it's the
because
best.
we
Because
critique it
that.
in house, you
Yeah.
know, but we're rather partial to certain types of beer.
Sure.
And so, like, especially Nope there.
Something
He's
new.
not an IPA
Nope,
drinker.
Not
Like,
an IPA drinker.
is there anything you'd like to see?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm like the everyday beer drinker.
Right.
I don't sit here and think about the nose and how it confuses me when I take a drink. I take a drink and I think, shit, this tastes good. I
I'll
enjoy
keep
this, or
drinking.
I don't enjoy this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, this is a great beer. I would sit down and I would have multiple glasses of this.
Cool.
And so
And that's it.
when I don't like something, I would say something along the lines of, I could drink a glass of this.
Okay.
And then I move on to something else.
Fair
Like,
enough.
I would sit down and I would order more.
You can order one.
It's not horrible.
No, this is really good. I
I didn't
enjoy
get
it.
that response, so that's good.
I'm typically your Kolsch and
Yeah.
Pilsner person.
Yep.
So
For sure.
finding a good IPA that I like is in the land of everything IPAs. It seems like these days, finding one that isn't overly just
In your face.
in my face, is good. So
Yeah, you're exposed to the how could I call it? The crowd, the momentum of the crowd.
Right.
Like, really, if we make an IPA, it will sell instantly.
Yeah.
Any other beer style, I would say that maybe we'll have some lagers. sitting around.
Yep.
You know, there are breweries that can make pilsners and Hollis's and stuff like that, and just sell them right out the gate.
Yeah.
But we're more an IPA brewery, and so we get a lot of call for that. So I feel your pain a little bit because it is hard to find some good other beers because everybody else wants IPA all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I can tell you that I've had your Pilsner today as well.
Yes.
It is also fantastic.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Vancouver Pills.
Yep.
It's a freaking delicious beer.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
It has everything that I like in a beer, for me personally.
I would say modern West Coast
Yes.
is where I would go. with
Oh,
it.
there you go.
Yeah.
Modern West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
We
still
are.
think when I
We're-
still think West Coast IPA, I still think that
In your face,
the
piney,
grapefruit.
dank,
Yeah.
like, wow, rip your face off kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're trying to blend that back to like people that are here, Northwest people, and what they're attuned to now. Right? We're gonna mix these two now because we know you like the sweet, we also know you like the bitter. So let's
That's right.
see what we can
Well,
do with that.
Yeah.
You could also pull in those Coors Light Northwest folks.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's Beat. You know, all
Yeah.
those people who are so accustomed to drinking those
Yeah.
light crap beers.
Sure.
You know,
Yep.
you can pull in-
crap beers, not
Yeah.
craft.
Crap beers. So, I mean, you could pull those people in potentially as well. I mean, you bring them in with your Pilsner maybe, and then
Yeah.
And that's what we
tasting
did with
IPA.
our
That's-
with our lager, our pilsner.
Yes.
We have a Hellas lager as well, but Loowit lager back in the day when it started, it was literally because people were coming in and they're like, "Oh, do you have Coors Light on tap?" And no, we don't. And at the time, would we have 5 tap handles?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
5. So,
Eight.
maybe.
Maybe 8.
But we're running our core product, and it was like, oh, we need a lager, and so we came out with Loowit Lager, which was a light lager. It's 4.1%, and it's very clean, crisp, and that's sufficed for that group.
But even that beer, would we pull out Vienna?
We
Yeah.
pulled
Yeah.
Vienna malt out of that.
Yeah, just make it lighter, make it crisper. You know, make it more in that line of like more of a macro lager because that's what the can looks like. That's what we
That's what
want
we're shooting for.
the people that are buying the Rainiers or Pabst or whatever. We want them to go over and be like, "Oh shit, there's this. It's microbrewery. Well, maybe we'll try it. It looks like this can. You know, like
Hey, I got
So,
one of
yeah.
them micro brews.
it's their gateway. It's their gateway.
It's a gateway
It
drug.
is.
Yes.
That had to be the longest guest beer segment we have ever had on this.
I mean, it's almost the whole episode.
I do.
Okay.